Hello beautiful souls and happy Wednesday to you all. It is Miss Psychic D here for another round of psychic insight and guidance from Spirit themselves. I hope you're all doing well. I've got a very strong suspicion if you're in the same boat as me, it may have been a bit of a rocky last 4 days or so. I think where a lot's coming to the surface right now. I don't do astrology as I always preach, but you know, I got a feeling with these retrogrades and that are coming into play, I think it's going to be stirring some pots. I really do. So please, if that's you, please take it easy on yourself. Soothe yourself all the way through. If you feel like you need to retract a little bit, come back to self, isolate from the external world, anything, become a hermit pretty much. Please, by all means, do so. It's very, very important that we do the energy work right now so we can sift and sort and release and replace all the stuff so we can go on a new expansive journey together. So I'd like to thank everyone who does subscribe, like, share all my posts and videos and all that sort of stuff. I want to thank you so much. Also, I've added a new link down below. If you are interested, you are more than welcome to buy me a coffee to say thanks for my free weekly insight and guidance that I come on here each week and share. I do have people that regularly donate and I want to thank you all so much. You have no idea. It's because of you guys that I keep doing what I do. I just love it. Plus I love it. But if you would like to pay it forward in any way, you are more than welcome to buy me a coffee, and it's an easy little donation tab that you can click on in the description below. So I'm not going to fart around today. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm sorry if you hear external noises around me today. This is apartment living and they're gurning outside, so I can't wait. A couple of weeks we move into our new place, so bring it on. Bring it on. So over apartment living, I tell ya. But anyway, it's not about me now, it's about you guys. And I'm going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection to offer the mass conscious collective something we need to know right now. So this may be something that's coming up for us, some bit of guidance to help us move through all these different energy portals that are happening right now. Anything, whatever. Nothing's ever scripted here. So yeah, so you can either take this reading personally, or it may just have got to do with the collective consciousness around you. So I may be saying something in particular, and it may refer to someone that you're very close to. So a friend or your partner, they may be experiencing the energy that I'm picking up on. So take what you need, leave the rest, yada, yada, yada. All right, Spirit, let's do this. What do we need to know? What can we expect? Pretty sure they're the same as last week. All right, so we do have our commitment is being tested, isn't it just? I'm being tested with technological stuff at the moment, so that's my own personal thing, but a lot of you may have people around you that are testing you. A lot of opinions are coming out at the moment. There's so much happening, isn't there? Be very, very mindful of where you place your focus and what you're investing time and energy into. We got this last week as well. They're bringing me back to that. So the energy is gaining momentum. So we have the ability right now to tell a different story for ourselves so we can gain a better momentum, regardless of what's happening in your external settings, regardless of what everybody else is doing and what they're focusing on and what they're talking about, yada, yada, yada. Remember that your energy is very important. You know, you are going to receive and get back what you put energy into. So if you're putting energy into fear, worry, concerns, all injustice, all that sort of stuff, you are manifesting more of the same. We have like a window of opportunity right now to really sift and sort our shit. Like seriously. This will still keep coming up. I'm reading for the Mass Conscious Collective. A Spirit just said, we know all of you want to have that hope. We know that you all want things to go back to the same and all that sort of stuff, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. There's no growth in that. There's no expansion of that. And we're basically here to grow and expand as individual beings. after being an extension of positive source energy. So none of us are going to be able to get out of this. This is a time for growth. It is time for personal expansion, but it's up to you as an individual through your own free will to navigate what that is for you. So yes, if your commitments are being tested right now, it's because there's a lot of sifting and sorting happening. You know, there is a saying, rejection is God's redirection. It's kind of like that kind of energy. It's if things aren't working out, there's typically a reason for it. It's either A, you're not emotionally and vibrationally aligned with it just yet. It's B, you are being detoured by divine intervention and it's not meant for you. There must be something better on the other side of what you thought you once wanted. There are going to be so many different reasons. It's going to be different for every individual, but you're going to feel tested. You're definitely going to feel tested. So it's a time to look for solutions. What I do love is that we got conclusions are within reach. And this card actually jumped out twice in my pre-shuffles before I jump on here. I did a little meditation and stuff. So this actually come out twice. So conclusions are coming. They are within reach. But right now our commitments are going to be tested. But we just really, 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 really got to keep in mind that your energy is going to gain momentum. So you're going to get really busy attracting more of the same and creating the same sort of outcome where you're mopping up mess, where you're having to defend yourself, where you're going to have to try to justify yourself, all that sort of stuff. Or you're going to come back to yourself, you're going to build your confidence, you're going to reestablish boundaries, you're going to remember your morals, your values, your integrity, the fact that you are as free as you allow yourself to be in this world. That's what's gaining momentum. So you can either use that as a bit of inspiration to say, holy shit, I better get my stuff together because I don't want more of the same. How am I going to do that? I'll reach out and find other ways to do it. You can book a reading, get some knowledge somewhere. I'm not sure, whatever you want to do. But please know that conclusions are within reach. So I got a feeling as a group collective consciousness that we are starting a new chapter in our lives. It has been amped up by these retrogrades and eclipses and all that sort of jargon. It's been amplified by that. It's really time you do the work. You do the energy work through the testing and the unsettled waters, so to speak. What I love is that we got our win-win outcome is forecast. So this is balance to me. This is people trusting their intuition. This is actually a mass conscious collective rising. But the problem is that so many beautiful energies are out there. They're paying too much attention to the logistics, trying to find the right words for the vibration they're giving me. They're getting too specific in what's going on out there, and they're forgetting who they really are. They're forgetting that they are positive sources of positive extension. Oh, I can't even think of the words. We are spirit having a human experience. They're forgetting who they are on a spiritual sense. They forget that they are as free and they were born with free will. Big lessons, big lessons indeed. I'm going to get into the wisdoms because this is too much emotional energy for me, and I haven't got the dialogue to express it, so I probably look like a bit of a bloody goose. But anyway, at the end of the day, please know that our commitment right now is being tested for sure, but it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. So it's time to come back home to self and understand that you are as free as you allow yourself to be, and to be really careful of what you focus on. Either which way, whichever you're pointing your direction and your focus and your energy into, it is gaining momentum. So if you want more of the shit, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want change and you want to live a more healthy, abundant, prosperous, joyful life, you need to start creating that for yourself because it's gaining momentum either which way. There is a conclusion that's going to be within... There is a conclusion within reach. So, if you don't make the decision to do it for yourself, then a decision may be made for you. And a win-win outcome is forecast anyway. So there is going to be some sort of justice coming. I can feel it. I can feel it. But let's get into some wisdom of the oracles, eh? This isn't the same energy, and I was talking to Ben on Inspired Action YouTube. If you haven't already done so, go check that out. We have a chat every Monday about all different types of things, and it's similar going back to that. And a couple of the email readings I did yesterday was very difficult for me because this is an emotional shift that needs to happen within us, not necessarily a physical shift. And as an energetic reader, it's hard to relay that, to translate that. But anyway, All right, Spirit, what about the wisdom? Give me some wisdom. Give me the wisdom. Comes out every time. My Patreons will understand because I think these cards come out on Sunday's reading as well. So at the moment, it's really important that everyone stays flexible. Stay really, really flexible. I think this is a peak time for us to learn new ways of doing things. Not like how Joe Blow's doing it over there, not like how they're doing it, not how people are advocating for it to be, whatever. You need to stay flexible in your energy. If something, look, let's just go back to fundamental. Fundamentally, if something in your life does not feel right, it doesn't feel congruent, you don't feel aligned with it, don't do anything about it. If it feels good, if it feels, hopeful, like shiny kitty, or if it's intriguing you or whatever, go in that direction. Do what your internal guidance system is telling you to do right now. It's really, really, really important. We really need to really keep continuing to take care of our emotional self. Because I feel like what's going on in the atmosphere, so to speak, got to be careful of words and that you use. I think it's there's a good portion of it that's unnecessarily causing fear and worry and concern. That's what I feel. I'm not saying that half the stuff isn't happening and half the stuff isn't prevailing and yada, yada, yada. But I feel like the fear and the worry and the concern and what people are sharing that's negative in their own personal experiences, I feel like that's creating more commotion and more than it needs. And that's why a lot of people feel like their commitments are being tested. So, we gotta just prepare for a new way of doing things, a new way of live. And that's why it's important that we stay flexible right now. And it's very important that you come back to your here and now. Don't go too far in the past. Can lead you to feel depressed. Don't go way too out in the future because that will just cause you anxiety. Come back to your here and now. Wake up each day and go, what can I have for breakfast today? Who will I ring today that's going to make me feel good? What essences are going to put in my bathtub tonight? Ask yourself the important questions when you're in your now with how you're feeling. That's really, really, really important right now. So come back to your here and now. There are going to be many shifts in the home sector. There is no place like home. So it's about you focusing on your own home life, what's happening within your own home. I feel like if you are having issues with any kind of aspects of your home, I feel like, because they make me sew like a needle, I feel like they're going to be stitched up. I think it's going to be fixed in some way. I'm not too sure about that. But what I love about it is that we've got new life. So we are creating a whole new life for ourselves. And we can either go with this new life or we can repeat the old life. New life, old life. We meet everybody, all of us as individuals need to come back to our here and now and make a choice right now. Is it going to be the old life, the old ways of being? There's lots of Spirit is just saying to me, there's lots of growth and expansion happening and it's not going to suit everybody. I feel like they want me to go towards government stuff. Say quickly. There are a lot that are changes that aren't going to be conducive to everybody. But I think there are some things that may benefit others. So it's really important, like I say, to stay flexible and come back to your here and now. And this new life is coming in whether we like it or not. But you can either be a willing participant in this and just always remember that you have free will. And the biggest thing that you have free will over is how you feel about anything, how you feel about it. But there's definitely shifts happening in the home sector as well. But they keep drawing me back to this. A win-win outcome is forecast. So are you a winner and feeling lucky and all that sort of stuff? Or are you fearful, focused on detriment? Detriment, they just made me say that word. We just need to start living in a different way. And it's coming whether you like it or not. So you're either going with it or you're fighting against it. And just remember that in the law of attraction, whatever you fight against, you are still manifesting more of the same. Oh, this one wanted to jump out, didn't it? Yeah, look at that, guys. Look, it's a self-imposed prison. So this can happen in so many ways. This can be you are basically locking yourself away from society. They just told me trapped in your own thoughts, trapped in habits. I think a lot of you are being called to release old habits, lifestyle choices, behaviors, all that sort of stuff. To me, this card represents self-imposed prison. So you may have external influences at the moment, but they're pulling me to yourself with this. This is someone who has a habit of thinking in lack, that has a belief that the world's against them, that everything that's going to go on in this world, in this new life and all this sort of stuff is going to be all doom and gloom and stuff. Spirit is saying it may feel that way and it may look that way because of the way it's being regurgitated and put out to the universe. But I don't know why, but I've got a funny that it may actually serve some of our purposes. So it's time to rise up into your power and not be the doormat and take back that control. You know, sometimes in life we have to make a choice and none of the choices really appeal to us, but we always have a choice on how we feel, and we can always feel the best feeling choice for us, because at the end of the day, divine intervention will step in and spirit will guide you through your internal guidance system as to what's better for you and what's next and what's next and what's next, rather than sitting there going, oh God, another bill, God, another fear, oh, look at what they're doing now and look at what they're doing now and all that sort of stuff. I get a headache and I actually feel physically nauseous just tapping into that energy. One just literally flew out over the room. Look, yeah, blessings, things coming back in threefold. You are, people, if you just got out of this energy, if you guys got out of this energy, if you're in it, if you're not, this may not suit you. I'm a guidance reader. So this is obviously information that someone needs to know. But if you get out of this is what your reward's going to be. This is a self-imposed prison. Thoughts of lack of action, too much focus in areas that you shouldn't be focusing on. Understanding that, you know, what they're doing may not make sense, but in the long term it may make sense, and there may actually be some beneficial components to it. I'm not saying there is or isn't. There's no judgment there, but Spirit is saying we just don't feel like it's the big travesty as how it's being told. So if you're going to share any bits of information that you know or find out or whatever, and it affects the collective consciousness, please at least deliver it in a way that's not going to conjure fear and worry and concern in people. Share the knowledge, allow people the process to take what they need and leave the rest. Please, whatever you do, if you are sharing what some people's plans are, whatever, just be very mindful in the way that you're delivering it, because, you know, I think you're creating unnecessary fear and stuff based on how you feel about it. Does that even make sense? But I don't care, because I'm going to stay in this stream. And if you're on my stream and you're in my canoe with me and we're navigating forward, forever moving forward, taking Spirit's guidance each week, applying the energy shifts and changes that we need, getting into the personal development side of it all and all this sort of stuff, this is what's going to be our result. We are going to have joy, prosperity, whatever these three coins sort of represent to you, whatever you're looking for, health, money, wealth, happiness, let's just say those three. It's coming in for you. The resources that you need are coming in for you. And it's going to come through new ideas. So we need to come back to the here and now and stay really flexible and really, really understand that there's more than 101 ways to skin a cat. And yeah, they may be doing that over in that corner, but in the meantime, I can come back to my here and now and stay really flexible and do what I can do or what I need to do. Because a win-win outcome is forecast anyway. So you can be a winner in your own personal life, regardless of what's going out there. Absolutely. So this is people who are taking their control and their power back, and they're gaining support. And they're gaining oh God, I can't even speak today. They're gaining the support. They're really emphasizing to me the importance of acceptance. I really think the light workers need to speak up right now too. The star seeds, I don't talk in that terminology, but that's where they're leading me to right now. People need to start raising the light, even if you don't do what we do or whatever. It's about going and showing compassion to people. It's about paying it forward. It's about raising the vibration of our planet. We've been bantering on about this for like 6 to 8 months. But what's happening is that there's so much more awareness. There's so much being told. There's so much being shared. There's a amendment over here and a form over here. And we're being pushed to see the travesties that there are in this world and everything that's going wrong in that. It's a current that's very hard for people to get out of, if that makes sense. So what they're doing is they're putting themselves in a self-imposed prison. And, you know, spiritually, that's not a good place to be. They're literally flying out all over the room. And let me get my Pilates going today. So we got the Six of Cups. That flew out as well as you saw that. This is about taking a look at your own life, becoming more spiritual base. Knowing that you have all these cups, you can fill these cups up with whatever you wish right now. But you need to look at yourself. You need to be the change that you wish to see in the world. First and foremost, I think emotionally, and this is going to be very contrast. Like I say, sometimes as a reader, what I say is possible in the future can be very patronizing to people who are going through emotional turmoil right now or going through loss or anything of that nature. You can take your current experiences as an individual and transmute them into something that you do want. Absolutely. Because I feel like there's actually more an emotionally peaceful passage coming in. That's how I feel. Yeah. This is you becoming a ruler of your own life and not allowing anyone to tell you what to do. People need to raise up in their power, but in a healthy way, not in a defiant way. That's like the energy I'm getting is that real opposing, like people are getting real nasty. Like they're getting very forceful, and that you are going to believe everything that I tell you kind of energy. It's kind of like if you had very controlling parents, just say, or grandparents or something of the nature, you'd understand the feeling that comes with that. That's the feeling that I'm getting. And if you find yourself in that environment, watching people who are doing it that way, whatever it is, you need to stop watching it. Stop watching it. Stop looking at it, because it's affecting you unnecessarily. I feel hot and sweaty, like literally picking up on this emotion. People can't sleep. You know, I know most people are trying to do the right thing as advocates in no matter what field they're advocating, but please do it from a space that you're not conjuring more fear and I told you so and all that sort of stuff. If there are people out there and they're making you feel unsettled, you need to honor yourself, set up a boundary and go, you know what, that's not what I need right now. That's not what I need right now. Because it's triggering past stuff. Could be past life stuff. It's all triggers. Yes. All right. So what I love about this shift in energy is that we've got the Knight of Cups here. But this to me is about co-creating and correlating with people who actually add value to your life. I say add value, which means they bring you love, they bring you security, they bring you stability. Obviously, first and foremost, you need to have those vibrations happening within you to attract people who will fill your cups up, who will make you feel jolly and happy and all that sort of stuff. They're really redirecting away from the fear and the worry and the concern and feeding that energy. Because yes, it's going to happen, but a new life is going to come. So this new life is going to be how you create it to be. You know, a lot of people out there just don't like following rules anyway, no matter what rule it is. And that's okay. There's no judgment whatsoever. But, you know, sometimes things do have to be in place to have some sort of order and all that sort of stuff. So it's about you creating that in your own home life now with this home. To do it in your own home first and then allow it to flow over from the flow of that. But at the end of the day, Nine of Cups, if you are seeking a relationship, this is probably really high potential for love and commitment. If you're looking for really good business associates, it's a really good time for that. What I love about this is that we are more supported than we actually realize. So if you are coming out of a time and, you know, you may have been in a relationship where the in-laws didn't support you or, you know, you were working at a job and the boss wasn't supporting you or something. Now's the time to take back that leadership type energy within yourself. Tap into that strength that you have. Make different decisions and choices for yourself. Don't keep yourself in a self-imposed prison because there's no growth and expansion there. Understand that a win-win outcome is forecast here. Conclusions are within reach. And whatever you're placing your time, energy, thoughts, beliefs, all that into right now, it's gaining momentum. So it's either going to push you forward into this new life by being flexible and accepting and getting into receiving mode so you can get all these resources that are on their way to you. Or it's going to go the other way. So you may just experience the same shit different day. It's totally up to you. Yep. All right. So at the end of the day, guys, you're going to be the fool. You're going to learn your lesson and move on and do new things, or you're just literally going to be the fool and keep doing the same shit, expect a different result and get the same amount of stuff. It's time to start focusing and looking at other things. Look more so at the personal empowerment, sort of, all the mentors and the coaches. There's so many out there. There's zillions of them that are trying to raise the consciousness of the planet. We just need those who are curious, who are full of wonder, all that sort of stuff, to focus more so on there, rather than people who are out there right now trying to prove themselves right from the knowledge that they've gained, and pushing that kind of agenda on to others, if that makes sense. So a lot of you will be asked to take a leap of faith into something. Some of you will receive an opportunity to make this happen. Some of you may have to just start where you are and remain flexible and improve your thoughts and mindset so you can open the door to receive such opportunities and stuff. Speak your truth. My throat chakra is like wanting to right now. We've got the Empress. So it's at the birth of new ideas. Some of you may get pregnant or give birth to children. If that's you, congratulations, all that. But overall, I feel like this is the birth of something new. We are creating a new life. We need to create the new life that we want for ourselves in our homes, first and foremost. You know, are you bringing all the drama and the problems and the issues from the outside world into your home? That could be an energy area that you can clean up a little bit, because you're basically living it inside your home, and now your home should be your sanctuary at the end of the day. But the Empress is also a card for self-love, self-care, mothering as well. So some of you may be inclined to start doing that more. And if you are working on things right now, keep working. There's abundance to be had. There is seriously abundance to be had. I can feel this in my own life. So I'm not surprised this card came out. But the trick with this energy is to keep working at it, to keep working at your goals, your dreams, your desires, with the least amount of external influence that you can. Because yes, there are new laws and stuff that may be coming in that we have no control over or whatever, but some of it may actually suit us or serve us well. It's not always doom and gloom, if that makes sense. It is what you make it at the end of the day. So was that the last one for there? Yeah, look at this, King of Wands. Become the king of your own castle, or the queen of your own castle. Get inspired. Your inspiration leads to motivation. Be motivated. Create the new life that you desire for yourself. But first we need to love, care and nurture ourselves, as our commitments are being tested with all the contrasts that are going on right now. So let's get into some oracles. I'm really sorry, guys. I hope that reading made sense to you guys today. It was really hard for me to explain the emotional side. I feel like I'm getting really, like it's more of the emotional stuff. Perfect. Play. If you can't do anything right now, please just play. Play and pray, they just said. So lighten up the load a little bit. If you are finding that you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, it feels all conundrum-y, you're feeling a little bit low vibe or whatever, go out onto the swing set. Have a bit of a swing. You know, go sit in it. Even if you don't have an animal, go sit in the animal park and watch all the innocent animals. Don't play around. Go and donate your time to charities. Do something that's playful. Play with your kids. Play board games. Play online. Whatever. Just play. That's a whole different energy to staying in this little self-imposed prison where, you know, you're just waiting for the world to collapse around you. We will get on. We will move on, they said. They just said, they're singing that my heart will go on, but the words that came through were, we will move on. We will. And we want you to do that as happy and as free and as prosperous and as joyful and as abundant as you possibly can. You can't stop the law of attraction. Regardless of what everyone's out there else is doing, you can't stop the law of attraction. So what you put out there at any given moment, on any given day, is what you're going to receive back as an individual. So, yeah, and then we also got a new dawn. Like I say, new life, a new dawn, a new chapter. It's coming in. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Like I'm saying, if there's people out there advocating certain things, that's fine. And if that's the way it's going to be, fine. But we need to honour ourselves enough to sort of sit there and go, well, that's okay. If that's in place, then I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to fall into the fear and have this ruin and wreck my life. I am not a doormat. I do not thrive in lack. I'm abundant. I'm in touch with the law of attraction. What I put out there comes back to me threefold. It is definitely coming in. We are going to, start birthing new ideas. It's just a new life. And yes, it's scary. But you look over the generations, how much life has changed. And I think the contrast here is that we're heading towards more technological times. It's not the old school way, you know what I mean? Back in our day, for us almost 50-year-olds, you know what I'm talking about. But, we just have to roll with the punches, I just said. Roll with the punches, go with the flow, a new dawn, new life. Conclusions are within reach. A win-win outcome is forecast. Do you want to be on that side of the scale, or do you want to go there? I'll leave that there. And last card, we got soulmate relationships. So that actually goes beautiful with this Nine of Cups here. So yeah, at the end of the day, we are starting to attract our soul tribes, so to speak. These are people that connect with us on a soul level. Now, soulmates don't always have to be intimate relationships. Soulmates are people that we connect with on a soul level. You'll know it because it's like you can meet them for an hour and feel like you've known them forever. Sometimes they can be karmic, so you actually meet them. So that person's the catalyst for a lesson that is for your own personal growth and theirs as well. They have the twin flames, as that title gets around as well. So these are relationships that are sometimes at loggerheads at times, but then you kiss and make up and it goes on for 60, 70 years, all that sort of stuff. But we are coming into a time when we can start attracting more soulmates into our life. So new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. So if you are seeking romance, it's time to tap into that spiritual side of self. Right at the moment, because our commitments are being tested, that's what we need to do. You may have people come into your life that are going to bring out the best or the worst of you. But at the end of the day, it's all happening for a reason. If it's bringing out the best, bask in it. Bask in it, rejoice in it, show much love and appreciation and gratitude for it. If it's bringing out the worst, ask yourself those important questions. What is this trying to teach me? What do I need to learn about myself? What am I putting out there that's attracting this type of experience into my life? All those sort of questions are going to be really, really important right now. So you can break this chain, learn your lessons, shift that energy into more hope and optimism, and then start accepting these little olive branches of hopes and opportunities that are coming in for you. And there's obviously financial prosperity as a result of these choices. So either which way, guys, your energy is getting momentum. So which way is your energy going? That's the question I'd like to ask you. All right, my loves, if you would like to have a little bit of a top up and receive your star sign readings, you're more than welcome to join my Patreon. I do them every Sunday over on my Patreon channel. The link will be down below. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, just to say thanks for this reading, please do so. The link is down below. All my social media platforms, all that sort of stuff, yada, yada, yada. I need to go and have a bit of a contemplate on this myself. So it was very emotionally based, and I might have to create some visual posts based on what they're trying to say. But anyway, I'm going to go. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for your support. And don't forget to subscribe, because I need to get up to 1,000 so I can start a community on here. Please subscribe. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have a great week. Bye.